So how's school going for everybody?
Yeah, by the end of the summer, I was kind of ready to come back to school.
Were you?
I mean, it was
I was ready too, but now that I'm here, I'm definitely ready to leave.
Yeah. Isn't that weird? Like, by the end of the year, everybody like, oh, it's time to get out of school. I want to leave. Then by the end of the summer, like, oh, I'm going back to school. Good. School shopping and everything. That's cool. But right now, my year is going okay. I hope to get good grades this year.
Well, here we're 2 weeks into it. Here we're in our second full week right now. And
it was like the first day still.
Yeah, I hear some mixed feelings about how things are going. I'm going really well in school this year. I don't have any problems with the students that I have. I'm being respected very much in my classes. I don't have any problem getting everything organized and getting things ready for my classes, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. But I look around and I see a couple faces around the circle here that are kind of like, boy, I wish I didn't come back to school this year. And you know, Mott Middle College is really about keeping you in school and keeping you motivated in school. So is there something that's lacking in that motivation?
Actually, I like my middle college because my middle college is, like you said, it is motivational. We got a lot of more free than traditional high schools do, and so I'm thankful for that because I don't think I could even make it in like where I was before when I went to Northern. It was something totally different. So it's like nice here. So.
Yeah, I got working in the office. I got a great welcome back yesterday. 3 inches high, a stack of papers ready for me with my name right on it.
the Adams stamp right on it, right?
I was kind of happy to come back to school. Cause there ain't nothing to do during summer, especially on Sunday. I swear, like every day was almost like Sunday. Every time I looked up, it was Sunday. I'm like, go to church. How they get Sunday?
So the days just kept going by, the same thing over and over again, right?
Yeah.
You wake up, you might take a shower, mow the lawn.
Might.
Basic summer things, yeah. Basic summer things, yeah. So how are the classes going for everybody? Pretty good?
Slow.
Slow?
Yeah. I haven't done anything yet.
Yeah. Haven't done anything?
Except for realize that my schedule is completely messed up. Half the classes I'm taking, I shouldn't be taking. The only thing I need to graduate this year is a quarter credit of PE, but I have to take 6 full classes for 3 semesters to graduate.
Really?
Yes.
Is that a clerical error of some sort, or is that just...
I've been trying to figure this whole thing out for about 2 weeks now.
Really?
And it's not working out. I don't know. I'm just...
Well, I know from experience that sometimes your senior year can be the most hectic year of your life up to that point. Because when I was a senior in high school, I had the same exact problems. I had schedule problems, I had class problems. I was trying to get everything organized and get it all set up so that I could graduate on time. And I ended up working out in the long run.
And the fact that I have to have PE to graduate really upsets me. Because I don't think that measures your academic ability whatsoever. Whether you can do push-ups and sit-ups and run a mile around a gym.
But they're trying to teach you not to be a couch potato.
Yeah, well, I haven't had gym my whole high school career, and my grades are better than they've ever been. What?
Yeah, I don't think that should be like really a requirement.
It should be extra, like
clay art.
Because
I need to make clay.
The purpose of gym, I thought, was supposed to teach us like healthy living and like fitness and whatever. But they do that in health, and they shouldn't force you to do things because they don't do that in gym. They don't even cover those things in gym. They just make you like play basketball or something.
Jump rope.
And it's embarrassing to people like me. I don't know. I find it embarrassing and humiliating to be in a gym class because everyone else is good and I am really awful. I just don't like it.
But do you try?
I try sometimes, but sometimes I just don't because it's like...
You shouldn't measure your physical ability, and you have to get like an educational grade for your physical ability.
Yeah, that is.
And I don't like getting in shorts in front of anyone. Or.
But see, now some people feel the same way in an academic class, like an English class or a social studies class. They feel that they're embarrassed that they have to be sitting in there and speaking up, whereas in gym class they can express themselves. So in a sense,
you can offer
it
as an option. Okay.
Yeah.
And if people say the same thing about fine arts, then so be it. Because I'd rather not have people who don't want to be in my theater class that I take seriously than people who have to take a credit and they sit there and they like mouth off and they say stupid things and don't show up half the time.
Yeah, I don't like that either because like I like theater too, and like when people don't participate and they just sit in there and act all bored, to really bring those spirits down and bring the spirit down in the whole class.
You don't feel like you should be putting out everything that you have when no one else is.
That's true.
But you know, sometimes the counselors just gotta stick a student in a class because they need to have so many classes by the state requirements. So that's why you get the students that don't want to be in a class because all the other classes are filled.
Yeah.
Well, then also when they're a behavior problem, though, they aren't exited from the class. They're allowed to sit there all year long and do whatever they please.
Well, what about a school like Mott Middle College where we try to deal with not only the behavior issues, but also the academic issues and the issues about feeling safe in the classroom?
With most of those issues, they're addressed, but then they're forgotten.
Okay.
At our school and any school, but I see it all the time.
So
Like
it's what-
it might be addressed that someone's having a problem in a class, but it's not a consistent effort to help them. I know people who've went to Mott Middle College for 4 to 5 years now, still are not graduated, and they're unsure if they will this year. But they skip classes all the time. They haven't passed hardly any of their classes, and they're still here. And why? I don't know. What are they doing that is so much better than other people that are being exited for less things? I mean, what keeps them there? Is it the money? Is it financial? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like a kid gets a 3-point, you know, on his GPA each semester, and he gets caught with, you know, a joint. But another student, you know, he's got a 0.0, never comes to class, and if he does, he's just a disruptive behavior problem, and gets to stay all the time. You know,
Because he didn't get caught with drugs or whatever.
Right, so there does not make a lot of sense. It's that I read something about that zero tolerance, how it was pretty unfair. It just makes it easier for people to read the law.
Yeah.
Well, is it unfair?
Yeah.
I
See,
think
now-
that is unfair because I think going to class and not doing what you're supposed to be doing is a crime in itself. Because if you're gonna be there, then you need to be doing something, and if not getting all of the work right, at least trying, because I mean that's what it's all about. It's a learning institution, and I mean
Try.
just because, like she was saying, you get caught with like a joint or something. I mean, and you got good grades. I mean,
It doesn't matter at all.
yeah.
I don't think, you know, I mean,
But shouldn't schools have an obligation to be drug and violence free?
They
Yeah, that's
should,
true,
but at
yeah.
the same time,
Yeah.
people that get caught that are suspected to be high on drugs like marijuana, that they're suspected, you can be kicked out for 10 days. Well, I could suspect that any one of you here sitting at this table could be high on marijuana. And I may know nothing about it, but I just might think that one of you guys are. And I'm going to kick you out for 10 days. Wouldn't that make you feel absolutely terrible if you weren't?
Yeah.
Or if you were in a situation where other people were doing it, you were there, but you didn't do it.
Yeah, but
You know,
yeah,
I mean, it's like they need to analyze you like as an individual rather than, oh well, you know,
I know what they can.
they get. It doesn't matter if they get good grades. I saw
mean-
them smoking pot, so they shouldn't go to school anymore.
I mean, there's like, if like someone smokes a joint, you know, on a recreational basis, you know, that's all right. But like if you come to class, you know, there's the other side too about drugs. It's like you come to class and you're just so stoned out of your mind you can't even talk, you know. Of course you should be in class then, you know. That's just as bad as being a disruptive behavior.
That's really
You know,
bad.
they should be tolerated at the same way, you know. If you're disruptive behavior day after day when you show up, and you should just be exited from the program completely.
Okay.
Yes, I would agree with that. You was
I mean, there's drug tests, you know.